Disney estimated on Sunday that Ice Alloy will gross $101 million, $133 million, over the 4-day Memorial Day weekend, a figure below even the opening weekends of the much-derided Star Wars prequels. Last week, forecasts ran as high as $150 million, $200 million, for the 4-day haul of Ice Alloy. Global ticket sales were even worse. Ice Alloy, starring Alden Ehrenreich in the role made iconic by Harrison Ford, grossed $65 million, $86 million, internationally in its opening weekend, including a paltry $10.1 million, $13 million, in China. "Of course we would have hoped for this to be a bit bigger," said Dave Harless, Disney's US distribution chief. "We're encouraged by the response that people have had to the film. It got a good cinema score, A-. The exits are very encouraging." Ice Alloy came in with a Millennium Falcon's worth of baggage following the mid-production firing of directors Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, who were replaced by Ron Howard. With the rejiggered production, the budget soared well past $250 million, $331 million. But the cause of the spin-off's disappointing performance may have had as much to do with Star Wars fatigue, the last GDE cited US cinemas just last month, and the stiffer competition of a major US summer holiday weekend. Stars gather for the world premiere of Solo, a Star Wars story ahead of the blockbuster's international rollout. Ice Alloy notched the biggest Memorial Day weekend opening in several years, but it also came on the heels of a pair of summer-sized blockbusters, Deadpool 2 and Disney's own Avengers Infinity War, making for an unusually crowded May. It is a business that is built on momentum, but also one where people probably are only able to get to theaters a certain number of weeks in a row, said Mr. Harless. But there were also questions beyond the effect the calendar had on Ice Alloy. While reviews were generally positive, 71% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, there was little about Ice Alloy that made the movie a must-see event. Fans were skeptical of Ehrenreich and uncertain about the dismissal of Lord and Miller, the popular filmmaking duo behind I-21 Jump Street and The Lego Movie. Unlike Star Wars release before, Ice Alloy was deemed skippable. As it arrived in theaters, Disney might have been wishing it had instead made a Lando Calrissian spin-off with the red-hot Donald Glover, the star of TV's Atlante. In the days ahead of release, Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy said a Lando movie is a possibility. While the original Star Wars films helped define the summer movie-going experience, Disney released their previous 3 Star Wars films in December. What most hurt Ice Alloy was the fatigue factor of a May Star Wars film following a December one, said Paul Dragarabedian, senior media analyst for Comscore. It's the compressed time frame between the two Star Wars films and the highly competitive nature of this marketplace. It is summer, after all, said Mr. Dragarabedian. The good news is that the next film isn't until December 2019.